Hey there, Libra. This is Chronic Joy Tarot. This is going to be your February 2018 general reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Libra. And it is general, so if you have a need for a personal reading, you can contact me in the area below this video. There's some information how to get in touch with me. Otherwise, let's go forward. I'm using the Zen Tarot spread called The Key. It's a tarot spread called The Key using the Zen Tarot deck. We have here a topic that we're going to focus on with the Oracle card, and then the interior work that we can do in order to achieve that new space of spiritual awareness. Okay, my channel is definitely about your spiritual development, less about others and actions of others and psychic sort of predictions or outcomes, and more about where you are now, where your energy is, and what aspect of yourself you can focus on at this time to enhance your spiritual growth. The key spread is here. We have the key, literal, the first card is how to unlock this energy and how to proceed. We have yin and yang, the internal feminine side and the external masculine aspect of that energy. This card here is the meditation. This is what to sort of rest back on and focus on as you're making your progress. We have body, mind, and being, and then the outcome. And at the end of the reading, because it's February and because I love you guys for Valentine's Day, I'm going to pull you one card from the Mastery of Love deck here by Don Miguel Ruiz to see how you can enhance that love that's within you. Okay, so Libra. Oh, the Oracle card I pulled from you, this is a good one for you, yet it's not always easy for all of us humans, although being a Libra and being that one that seeks equanimity and balance, this is a great message for you this month, to see the other's point of view. Okay? Now, this could be literally another person if you're in a battle or in a struggle, a power struggle with, or this could be, your past point of view compared to your current point of view, right, on any given subject. But it's just calling for you to balance with the possibility that there's more than one perspective, okay? Now, this doesn't mean you have to agree with, if you're in opposing positions with someone, you don't have to, bend to their way and agree with them, but it does help to have some compassion for what's motivating them and where they're coming from, and that different way of seeing the same subject, right? To have some open-heartedness about it. That helps you, in the long run, ease your path forward, okay? So the first card here, your starting point when it comes to this sort of more widened perspective. Yeah, look at that, healing. That action alone, just being able to bring up some compassion for another possible way of doing and seeing things, is going to have a healing effect on your heart. Now, this could also be a global thing. If there's an issue globally, politically, if you see the other side as being the enemy, or, anybody else that has a way of living that's different than yours, and you see it as really uncomfortable for you to, witness, trust that by opening up that heart space and knowing your way and the ways that your mind has conjured up of seeing things and doing things is not nearly the only way, okay? And that just allows for a sort of a softening of your experience in the here and now, because then it doesn't feel so oppositional. It doesn't feel like me against the world, and it's just everybody kind of is where they are at any given point, and some are progressing and learning and growing faster than others, and some are just kind of barely beginning to get it, and some are not even close, but that's okay. That complexity and that multiplicity, that many, many ways of doing and seeing things, that's what makes up life. That's what makes up the whole flow of energy. And so it's okay. And to be able to understand that will help you mostly, right? Just having that understanding helps you and your heart in the long run. Internally, your feminine receptive side, your internal energy that might be a little hidden from others, is the mental comparison, that little in your mind. Like, so say someone comes along wearing, like, your favorite thing to do is wear your yellow shoes, okay? And someone comes along wearing their blue ones. And in your mind, you're like, yeah, mine are yellow, mine are better, or I would never wear blue shoes. And that's, like that this is what of course, I'm not talking about shoes, but you get the point that those comparisons that go on in your mind, they're shoes. And somebody chose to wear those shoes and somebody chose to live in that way, and you're choosing, right? There's room for it all. And there doesn't, spending your energy comparing, even if it's within in your own space and your own quiet time, it's not a good way to spend your energy, because it keeps you sort of bound and stuck with either there's an ideal that I'm not reaching because I'm comparing myself to this ideal that isn't where I'm at, or somebody else, I'm better than somebody else. Like, it's either one or the other. And it tends to bring a judgment energy to the picture. And we're trying to really, kind of back away from that, right? Because we're trying to see more ways of doing and seeing things. In your external world, yes, it's calling for more receptivity. Definitely. Definitely. So if you are in a struggle with another, a softer receiving energy is going to, open up a pathway for you to succeed and for you to resolve. Okay? So, the healing and the receptivity, and I get that there's going to be times like, just like these two trees, you're going to compare the oak and the bamboo. They're both trees, but they have each their separate purpose. And there really isn't any need to call for any kind of comparison between the two, right? The oak is firm and sturdy and withstands high winds, and its bark is thick and, crusty and long-living and shielded from the elements. And the bamboo is smooth and supple and malleable, and when the wind blows, it goes with it. And, they're very different, but they're both trees. Right? They're both beings that are doing their thing, right? And that's what we're kind of calling for you to recall into your awareness when it comes to conflicts or comparisons or power struggles with others. It's kind of like if you're in a tug of war with someone, you just let go of the rope, and it creates so much more like ease for everyone, right? Same thing if you're in a power struggle with someone else. See their point of view and acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it. You don't have to live it, but just acknowledge the space and make space for the possibility of someone else's way. In the meditative position here, I love this because this is like literally calling for you to let go. Let go of the judgments. Let go of the need to, have one outcome only. Let go of the need to make that other person understand you. Let go of that, right? Just get that that power sort of shored up within you, and don't worry about how it affects others. Just know, your whole heart and your capacity for acceptance and receptivity and healing that heart. Just know your own power in all this. And letting go of the need to have others involved or, rely on others for your happiness and all of those external sort of grasping energies. Let go of it, because you have all you need within. Okay, body. Ooh, I wonder if you get headaches. Let's see. When your mental chatter gets to be too much, it may have an effect on your physical being, and those thoughts of guilt, maybe, I don't know your specific situation, but for some of you, it could be say, a relationship that you're not seeing eye to eye in, and you want to push forward your own agenda without really considering the other person's space that they're taking up, and that their agenda and what they need, and you're not considering that. And so that could eventually, create some real tough mental energies, guilt of, maybe staying with a person that you're not getting along with, or guilt of, not letting them have the freedom to express themselves all the way. And what this card means for you, right? But it is definitely, it could physically take its toll on you if you're not able to release some of these earlier energies here. Release, let go, open up, expand your awareness to allow for another way, another perception. Okay, in the mind position, it's success. So you are getting this, right, Libra? You're getting this. As long as you can relax that need to control outcomes and just allow space for all the moving parts and all the perspectives and all the personalities, allow that space and trust in your own inner awareness that, what's right for you may not be right for others, but it's okay because it's right for you. You'll find that you can resolve some of this stuff more readily in your own mind. And your whole being, through this process, it might feel a little intense. You might literally in your day-to-day world feel intensity, like sudden increase in an exchange of energy with others, or a sudden increase in maybe your productivity. So your schedule gets busier and you become more active just because you've allowed, you've let go of that tug-of-war rope. You let go of it, you allow space for others to do their thing, and you continue to do yours. And then you have the space and the time and the movement, the space for the movement to happen in your own life. Okay? And on the outcome, the top message here is for you to remember this is like not a race, it's a marathon, right? Moment to moment. This moment right here, and then this moment right here, right? That's the energy, that's the pace that you want to be able to move about in. And with this opening of your heart and receptivity of others, allowing for other points of view, you end up with a more rich and fulfilling life right now. Okay? All right, and for your love card here that I'm pulling, let me see what I've got for you guys. This is from the Don Miguel Ruiz deck here. Be generous with your love. How perfect is that? See the other's point of view and be generous with your love. And on the back of the card here, it says, you are never going to be alone if you are generous with your love. What makes you happy is love coming out of you. And if you're generous with your love, everyone is going to love you. I love that, because being in love is not about any other person, but your own capacity to feel and project and share your love. And that's what in love is. You're living in the energy of love. I love that. Please remember that for February, dear Libras. And I hope this reading landed on some of you. If it didn't, that's fine. You can check your rising sign or your moon sign. But I like to say that, with the way that these readings are designed, you can always capture some kind of growth out of them, even if, it's not particularly landing on your life situation in this moment. There's always an opportunity to look for that growth in these messages. Okay? I love you guys so much, and I'm not sure, like in January, I couldn't do a second reading. I'm in an industry where it's super busy right now. And, my day gig has me kind of weighed down. So, but this, hopefully I could do another one in February. And if not, I will talk to you guys in March. I love you guys. Bye.